Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to my new sacred space. It is definitely a vibe in here. Anyway, I hope this reading finds you well, as we're going to take a look at what May 2025 has for you. And we're going to get started by getting a card that holds the overall energy for the month of May. Spirit, what does May bring for Capricorn? It's the overall energy. Okay, so we got the Eight of Cups in reverse. All right. So you're definitely walking away from something. Okay, the overall energy you're working with is letting go of something in May. Okay, you might feel that you've invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into something, and you might feel emotional about it. However, I feel that you're ready for the next steps, and something needs to be let go of and put in the past to move forward. We'll put it into context though. Let's take a look at what this might be. Okay, we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This is kind of a new deck for me, so feeling the energy from this deck is different from my other decks. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And it was in reverse here. Okay, so upright, you can see a man here, and he's looking at a plant that he has now started to see some sort of fruition, and the roots have definitely made itself solid in one spot here. So there's been a little bit of growth, but you definitely got it in reverse. So I feel like you're catching this pretty early. Whatever it is that you've invested some time into, you're seeing some results. But I feel with this walking away that it's not the results you were hoping for. And you're going to make a quick judgment in May. You're going to say, okay, this is not exactly what I was hoping for. I put a lot of effort and energy, and it's time to let it go and put it in the past. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at some of the blessings for May for you, Capricorn. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, I feel like this is a little blocked, but let me take a look at it upright. Yeah, okay, so you're moving forward. Again, if you look at this image, there's like a staircase in her head, and you can take it as you will, but it can be you ascending up the stairs to the next level of something, or retreating down the stairs, okay? In the mind, basically. The only thing I'd say here with the Ace of Swords in reverse is to be cautious about spiraling out of control or going down the stairs, meaning like setbacks, okay? Try not to get too in your head about being pessimistic about something that is going to be difficult to walk away from in May, because you're catching it early, okay? This little plant here is not that big, so whatever it was that you put time, energy, and effort into, it hasn't gotten it hasn't fully manifested itself. So the blessing here as well is that it's telling me that there's a setback here with it being in reverse. That's why it's blocked. But time is like a spiral. We tend to go forward and then return back to the past sometimes to remember old lessons, old messages that help us with the future of new endeavors that we're going to embark on. Okay, so there's something about spirals and time, and you are leaving something in the past, but there's something that has to be revisited from the past so that you can move forward. Okay, something about time. I'm gonna pull a moon card for that. Let's see here, balance. And she holds the moon in her hands here, balance. Yeah, there's something about the spiral of going upwards and going downwards. And again, I feel like that's something to do with revisiting the past that somehow helps with the future. But ultimately in May, you will be walking away from something, okay, that doesn't serve you. Interesting. And that's the blessing here, is as difficult as it might be, there needs to be a reminder of a lesson from the past, okay, so that you can move forward and move up those stairs in your mind, okay, to the next level. Okay, so let's get you a challenge, Capricorn. What's a good challenge for Capricorn spirit? Okay, so we got the 9 of Swords in reverse here. Okay, so the nightmare is over. Like if you see here, she is kept awake at night thinking about something. She's clearly distraught. It is something that keeps her kind of in a spiral, right? Because especially with reoccurring dreams, if there's something that keeps coming up when you're asleep, it's calling your attention to something, okay, that's important. But you have it in reverse. So within some sort of nightmare you've been going on, and I feel like this is within the mind, okay? I see there's one white bird in this flock of blackbirds. So there's some truth that seems to be able to set you free and move freely forward in May, okay? But you have to address it, is what I'm saying, or what I'm seeing, sorry. Okay, and then with the Knight of Wands, this came up with a challenge as well. There is a sense of a need for adventure and moving forward without a solid plan. Knight of Wands is very impulsive and on to the next adventure. Think of Sagittarius energy. But they have a playful spirit about it. They don't worry about the details or consequences. And generally they have a go-lucky attitude and it serves them well, believe it or not. They have the luck of the horseshoes, I guess. And they charge through life with an adventurous spirit. So that's the challenge as well. The challenge here is to recognize what you need to walk away from is something in your subconscious. You need to be able to walk away from it in May, but also have an adventurous spirit to what the unknown is that's coming up for you in May as well. So because endings and beginnings are so closely intertwined with each other, there is a need to balance letting go and embracing the unknown, letting go of the familiar and embracing the unknown. Okay, I feel like I had to say that twice. All right, so that's a challenge. And let's take a look at what Spirit says that will help with this challenge. What will further help with this challenge? Okay, got 2. Oh, 3, sorry. Okay, so what is this one? The Wheel. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and it's in reverse as well. Okay. Interesting. I'd have to come back to that one. I feel like it's a little blocked. Then we got the Ace of Cups. New beginnings, new emotional beginnings, okay? As the 8 of Cups is old emotional ties that you must let go of, the Ace of Cups is new beginnings coming in for you, okay? And we also got the Hermit. Time for seeking inner wisdom and knowledge. Maybe meditate on, especially with this 9 of Swords, what it is that is causing you some disruption, okay, around this letting go of the old, okay? That will help with this nightmare, is seeking inner wisdom and time alone, space alone, to get in touch with what it is that needs to be left in the past, all right? And again, with the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, it's not that luck's not on your side, okay? But again, there's a need to stop, slow down, and address this before you can fully move forward with this new beginning, emotional beginning coming in, okay? So take that for what you will. But let's get you a power card. What's one word that can solidify this reading? What's one power card that can solidify this, reading? Elves, playfulness. Okay, so Spirit's drawing your attention to the fact that, again, with this Knight of Wands, you gotta go through life with a little bit more playfulness. And Capricorn, you're very goal-oriented and strong-willed towards whatever is very important to you in life. And that's great. But sometimes you get really boggled down on the top of the mountain, okay? You are the goat. So you're always climbing up to the next, to reach that next goal, right? But you get so boggled down with getting there. Instead, you forget to enjoy the adventure of getting to the whatever your goal is, okay? And Spirit reminds you to have some playfulness along the way, all right? So let's wrap up the reading with an old saying. It's going to be okay, Capricorn. There's just something that needs to be addressed before moving forward. Something needs to be left in the past. But it doesn't look too heavy for May for you. Okay, so, well, this one's a long one. Okay, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay, so denial will not help you in May about this situation, okay? Denial is definitely a protective shield that we all use at times, but there is a definite message here of overall of May that you need to address something that needs to be let go of, okay? And to do that, you need to address whatever it is in your subconscious that holds you to this, okay? And, but to remember as well that new adventures are around the corner and new beginnings, all right? Take time for yourself with the Hermit to identify what it is that you need to walk away from, all right? Because you've already established in your mind that it doesn't serve you. You've put some energy into it, and it's not in your cards, okay? And anyway, I think that's it. All right, Capricorn, I hope you like this reading, and I hope you enjoy my new space. I hope it's very magical, because I feel like it's really magical in here. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.